Hi guys, today we have with us the brand new Mercedes C-Class. It's an absolutely stunning vehicle on the exterior. But does this car fall short in the interior, and is this family sedan actually suited for a family? Let's find out in this video. Let's start off by looking at the exterior. Have a look at this grille. It's absolutely stunning. You know, when you're driving and you got your light shining, this pattern here, you can actually see it on the wall, and I think that's actually quite stunning. We've got the Mercedes badge, which looks awesome in the front. If you didn't see this badge, maybe you'll see this small one. And then the car does have xenon LED lights. This car is actually made for a YouTube, because if you come closer, just come have a look here. Normally if you do a YouTube video, you have to actually remember what kind of lights, but it actually tells you LED high performance. So I think the manufacturers actually took the YouTubers into account with this video. One thing you will notice from the exterior, you can see that the car is quite low, so there's not much ground clearance. It doesn't actually clear the ground at all because it's almost on the ground. And then this silver strip here and here, it actually complements each other quite well. You'll see these rims are quite nice. It's 19-inch alloy wheels. These rims here, it's actually the AMG line, so it's an optional extra. And you'll notice as we go through the car, there's quite a bit of optional extras. It's actually better to get a lot of things standard. Over here you'll see it's written edition 6 because this car is actually a limited edition and there's only 400 of this vehicle available. It's push to start, but it's not keyless entry, so the only reason I can open it now is because the door's unlocked. It's a very nice and elegant look, so it's not something that, you know, is wow or stands out. Okay, and then if you just come around the back, you'll see it's okay. I'd say the front of the car is actually much better than the back. Something that does look nice is these two exhaust pipes at the back. So as you can see, the boot, it's a decent size. It's not huge. You don't have to remember about all the numbers and the stats through here, but once you've done with the video, at the bottom of in the description box, I will link all the features. That's basically it for the exterior. So let's go inside and see how it is inside. Okay, now in the interior, as soon as you get in, it's very, very comfortable. Your whole body will touch the back of the seat very well, so it's like you get into a very nice position. The knee clearance is actually very good. Even though the car is a bit to the front, in actual fact, you can't actually move the seat properly to the front, but I'll show you that just now. It looks a bit different to other cars that, you know, normally the handle is attached to the door here, but this one isn't. It takes a bit of getting used to. The materials used are very nice. Yeah, and overall, I mean, the lights, it's just a very elegant look at the back. At the back, you do have these two air vents. There is no USB ports at the back. And then at the back, you do have the ISOFIX bases, so that's good for safety for your car seat. And then down here, you do have an armrest, but no cup holders. You do have this here. Honestly, I'm not sure what you put here, but it does have it. Wait, let's check the head clearance. It's okay. I mean, I am short, and I think my head is quite close to the roof, so I think it is not very good on the head clearance, but it is good on the knee clearance. Okay, now you can see as I'm coming into the front, it is a bit cramped, and I'll explain to you why. The first thing I want to say about the front seat is you can't move the seat forward and back without moving it up or down. So if you want to move the seat back, you have to press the button on the side, so it is automatically controlled. So you press the button down. So as you can see, the seat is busy moving down and backwards. And then if I want to move it up, it goes up and forward. It's quite a drawback in the car because it's difficult to get to a comfortable seating position. Although you can adjust your steering wheel. See, you can put this down, you can adjust it forward, back, up, down, but that still doesn't help with getting a good seating position. And I think that's quite important. And also, if you're short like me and you want to get in a good position, you lift this up, and then while you're sitting, your arm is actually too high, so you can't reach the armrest well, and then you also can't reach this armrest well. The car drives really well, as I will show you in the in-drive, but taking this on the long road, I might think twice about it. That's just about the front seat. And then to show you a few other things about the car, it does have these two cup holders here. It does have one on the driver's seat, one on the passenger seat as well, on the side, not on the seat. Then this compartment does close quite nicely. Oh, another thing I want to show you is when I wanted to come in the car, you know, I like to get my USB to make the drive enjoyable. But when I came here, this actually can't fit, and you know, I was so disappointed. If you press this button, you open here. Now if you can look inside here, okay, can you guys see those USB ports? Now they look more like USB-C. Do you guys have like USB-C flash drives like this? I still have the normal one. This is the first car that I see with a USB port like this, so I was really disappointed. It is accessible when you open this, but there is a USB port in here, and it's actually a bit difficult to get to because it's, you know, quite in front, and if you have bottle holders you'll need to move this out of the way. So it looks very nice when it's closed, but when you open it, the practicality aspect is not great, because if you put your phone here, you'll see this here where the cup holder comes in the way, so you can't just put your phone nicely there. So that's also a drawback of this car. So this huge tablet here is where all the magic happens. So this, you can control your drive modes. So you see you've got eco, you've got comfort, sport, sport plus, and individual. Individual is where you can actually you can set specific aspects on eco or on sport, whatever you want to. That's individual mode. If you press this button here, it's a camera with a P, so that is your camera views. You can show where you are, reverse camera. And if you click parking assistance, this is actually where it helps you to park. It actually parks for you. So it says drive forward to search for parking space. So if you have those parking lines, it'll actually pick it up and then it'll do the parking for you. The volume button, you can't actually tap it, so you have to slide it. How do you guys feel about this haptic function of sliding? Personally, I think it's easier to tap as opposed to sliding, but that's just my personal preference. How do you guys feel about that? So since everything happens on this tablet in front, it's one place to control everything. But what happens if this thing malfunctions? Then you can't control your drive modes, you can't control the aircon, the volume, the radio, nothing. It's good that everything's controlled in one place, but it's also not good. So how do you guys feel about that? The car does have a sunroof also, but you don't press a button. So up here you actually have to slide. So see, you slide it and then it opens, and then you'll notice at the back also, so it's got two sunroofs, one over here and one at the back, so they open simultaneously. So there it opens like that. So the whole thing doesn't slide open like a fully like convertible kind of a sunroof, but it just opens like as a fin. Okay, that's about it for the full interior of the car. Let's take the car for a drive and see how it performs on the road. As you have seen in the interior, there were a few drawbacks that I spoke about, but where the car shines is actually on the road and the drive performance. So you can be rest assured, if you buy the car, you're going to be getting a premium leisurely drive. The grille or the car is actually quite low down, so when you are going over speed bumps or going over bumpy roads, you just need to keep that in mind and go a bit slower, because you will most probably touch the ground. In terms of the power numbers, the car has 150 kilowatts, 300 newton meters of torque. It is quite powerful, and as you've seen, it does have 3 different modes. So the sport, you got eco, normal, sport and sport plus. Now the difference between sport and sport plus is just the exhaust sounds. If you want to notify people that you're driving past, you can just put it on sport plus and your exhaust sound can come out. In terms of the actual drive, absolutely smooth. The steering wheel is very comfortable. I like the thickness of it. It is a bit thicker than others, and you can feel there's an additional leather covering at the bottom where you actually put your hands. So that is really nice. If you notice when I did the interior, where I showed you the cup holders in the center console, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the gears were not there. So over here, the gears are actually situated on the sticks behind the steering wheel. You know, normally where your indicators or your wipers are, that's where it is. So if you are not used to that, then sometimes instead of putting your indicators on, you might actually, switch the car into reverse or into neutral, which, it takes a bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it's actually very easy to use, because just at your fingertips, you can put the car into drive or into park. I did mention at the start of the video that I don't think that this car is suited as a family sedan. Do you guys agree with me? I did mention that the ground clearance, like I just went over a speed bump now, and even though, you're not driving on gravel or anything, but with the speed bumps, the car is actually so low and you must drive so carefully. For a family sedan, you want everyone, all the passengers, to be comfortable. As the driver, firstly, it's difficult to get into a right position. So if you are driving on a long road, you'll be in that position for quite a while, so it wouldn't be the most comfortable. The passenger that's next to the driver, also, as you've seen, that you can't get the car in a very, very nice position to sit, in terms of how I said, you can't move back and forth. So the driver and the passenger are not very comfortable. The people at the back are exceptionally comfortable. They're experiencing the drive, to its fullest, the luxury, the premium. I showed you how nice you can sit at the back. Like if your kids are sitting there, they will be very comfortable, but as a driver and passenger, it's not really comfortable, and that's why I say it's not really well suited for a family. I did say that the car drives really well. It feels good on the road, but does the drive performance actually make up for the lack of the practicality of the interior? When I look at a car, I take ground clearance as quite a big factor in my decision, because I like to drive, go on the off the beaten track and explore new places. I want to drive with confidence, and I have experience driving a car, literally driving on like 10 or 15 kilometers, seeing these cars with high ground clearance just pass me, and it can actually take you sometimes 2 hours just to drive maybe 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, and that's not pleasant. Do you guys also take ground clearance into consideration when you're buying a new car? And also with this car, a lot of things are optional extras. I always mention in my videos that cruise control is something very nice to have on the long road. The adaptive cruise control in this car is an optional extra. I mean, the rims are optional extras. This color, the Spectre blue color, is also an optional extra. So the car costs 888,000 Rand. That's not with the optional extras. That's still, you must add on. So the price of this car can get a bit much. Maybe it's more well suited for someone who is retired, or someone that, you know, you're just a couple, you don't have any children. It might be fine. Or if you do have kids and you just, you know, don't go on road trips and you're just doing city driving, you just want to be comfortable, then the car is fine. So that's about it for this video. Would you consider buying the new Mercedes C-Class? If you are, why would you consider it? What would be your reasons? I hope you guys found this video informative and learned something about the buying process of a car. Would you like me to make a more detailed video about specific aspects of buying a car? You can let me know what topics you would like to discuss, then I'll make a video about it. Please like this video, it really helps. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and I'll see you guys in next week's video.